I've actually been having fun with it. I was sitting here and somebody told me that I don't have the biggest wardrobe, and I was like, so, and they were like, you wear almost pretty much the same shit every time you make a video. And I was like, so what? It's a fucking hoodie and a hat. I want to wear my hoodie. I want to wear my hat. Some people get aggravated with my thoughts on shit, and honestly, I don't really care anymore. That's just my thoughts on whatever the hell I gotta say. If you like my topics on what I'm saying, awesome. If you don't, I do understand. My cup of tea is not the same as yours. My ideas on things are not the same as yours. My thoughts on things are just not what you probably would be thinking. That's what makes me probably different than you. And I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, it's good to be different, or it is good to be different if you can be. But most things in this world, it's just, it's whatever. You want to be who the fuck you want to be. And you like what you like. That's the topic that I wanted to get into today. Gatekeeping is one of the things that genuinely pisses me off about how I will sit here and I don't really try to gatekeep, honestly. It's just like I'll tell people about something or this or that. If they like what I'm talking about or this or that, they'll just be like, whatever. My point is, to this, some people want to fuss at me for talking in yesterday's video. They were talking about how, why are you putting on CapCut? Why are you telling people about CapCut and this and that? Because closer to the end of my video, some guy at the end, he severely, I don't know what is up with some people in the comments. They got some balls when it comes down to things in the comments, which I do understand. You're behind a keyboard, blah. It's going to be, you have the balls to say what you was wanting to say finally through a keyboard. But in real life, if you was to see me in person, are you really going to say that kind of stuff in person to me versus if you was to see me or just to see me on this and that? And I'm not going to say I'll keep that same energy, because I ain't no fighter. I ain't gonna lie, like somebody that's just going to sit here and try to start a fight, because I don't care to fight, if I'm being honest, about little things. I just give my opinion on things, and if y'all like my opinion, awesome. If y'all don't like my opinion, you ain't gonna like it. I'm not over here putting a gun to somebody's head and say, oh, you have to like what I like and this and that. No. I'm over here just expressing my opinion, and 98% of the time it's just either a fun fact that I found out that I wanted to share with people, and my facts a lot of times do not seem to be right. A lot of times that I've learned, if I've learned something, my facts tend to be very wrong about things. And I was just wanting to talk about gatekeeping, because I was seeing the guy in my comments yesterday talking about how I should go in my own life and all this and that, how he wanted to beat me up and do some dirty shit to me. And I'm sitting here, I'm gonna just block this comment from being seen, because I can't block all comments. I will say, I do know I can't block every comment, but at the same time, if I can see it, and it's not that it hurt me, I get hateful comments all the time, but I'm not going to sit here and say that the comment was the best comment or anything either. I don't care if I get hateful comments, good comments, whatever. I do like to read the good comments, and it's funny sometimes to read the hateful comments. It's just, there's times that you push a little bit too far, and you go into a little bit too much detail about how you wanted to, and what you wanted to do to me, and how you wanted to slaughter my family. And just because I mentioned CapCut and how CapCut is a good video or a good video edit, I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm not the one that you should hate on. If anything, it should be TikTok or something that you should be hating on, because TikTok is the one that keeps referring it to me, and I'm pretty sure that it keeps referring it to a lot of other people. So many people want to talk trash in the comments. If I could help it, I want to limit the very descriptive. If you can talk shit, go ahead. And I'm not going to sit here and say, well, I'm going to go through every single comment every day because this and that. And hell, eventually, probably, I still try to read a lot of the comments, no matter how many comments there are. It's just a lot of the time, I don't see no point in reading the comments when apparently so many people want to trash talk, and they're like, oh, apparently you're actually wrong. You actually you're the dumbest person ever, and all this and that. My facts might be wrong, and this and that. But when 98% of my stuff I do get does come from Google, so you might want to fuss at Google for that, I will say. and you can't take everything. You can't take all advice. You can't take all advice right. And I've said this even in a past video. You make sure you're getting your advice from the right source and all this and that. One reliable source most of the time is Google. If you want to be honest, a lot of times it's not the best source that you can get, but I will say it is a more reliable source than hearsay type stuff or stuff that you'll hear on TikTok or stuff like I hear people giving facts and opinions all the time on TikTok, and my opinion just does not matter. And I look at, and I try to say it that I am giving an opinion about something most of the time, or a cool little neat factoid. I'm not giving you the end all everything matters and this and that. I'm just trying to give you something that I thought was interesting, and if I am wrong, I'm sorry. Please tell me, but you ain't gotta talk about how you want to descriptively. I'm not going to go even in the way he was talking about how he wanted to peel back some skin, and that was just wild to me that somebody would actually go to that detail. I blocked this. Stuff like that kind of makes me worried about humanity, if I'm being honest. And gatekeeping, what I mean, he was, a part of the comment was just saying, oh, now everybody's going to be using CapCut, and they're going to be making all the free things pay for and all this and that. If they do, there are other editing apps out there. I will say that. Find another editing app that can do the same thing. And if they can't, that means just get back into your other editing ways. I will say, if they take away the transcript thing, my videos won't be as cut or fine-tuned or this and that, because even in the video yesterday, I said I don't use it that much, but I do use it because most of the time, if I feel like there's still a lot of just excess bullshit that should not be in there in a video after I've edited it, I'll run it through the transcript shit just to see if there's any silent parts that could have been taken out that I missed, or if that silent part is something that I did not, or if that silent part was something that I did want, I'll leave it. And because sometimes there are parts in my video that I think, shit, I did something really good right there. I want to keep that right there in my video. So I'm going to just leave it. And yes, it is a silent part, but I would rather have that silent part right there than have nothing. If that, and because sometimes some of the silent parts is what make the video even longer. And I'm not trying to say, oh, I would rather my videos be super long than this and that. But there are times that I would rather at least get to the 8-minute mark, and I'm not trying to say, oh, I need this or that. I know I don't get paid from any of my videos. It's just my video. I'm trying to actually make sure that one day, if I ever am able to get paid off this stuff, I'm able to do certain things that I'm hoping that I would be able to make money off of this one day, if that ever did happen. For now, I'm actually genuinely just making this stuff because I like to make this, and because, like I've said before, I'll be sitting here playing this game, and I'm like, you know what, I have a topic I want to talk about today. I want to actually talk about how this or whatever the hell I'm talking about. So I genuinely start, I hit the record button or go live button, and then I start talking about whatever I'm wanting to talk about. I'll sit there and play the game for maybe as long as I feel like it. I'm not going to sit here and play this damn game if I don't feel like playing it no more. If I'm not having fun with it no more, or if I'm just tired and I'll go to bed. Because my work schedule, I work days and nights. I have a swing shift type schedule. I'm not guaranteed to be able to say, oh, I can work days, I can work nights. No, I work days and nights. So I feel for both people that work days, people that work nights, people that work afternoons, because I work a 12-hour shift. I work from 6 to 6, and and depending on the week, I have to work from 8 to 8. It's always just so confusing, and I'm just genuinely like, bro, this week I'm working from 6 to 6, but I'm right now fixing my schedule so I can be on the day crew. People that want to gatekeep certain things just because they want to, I don't know, like a CapCut right there. I hear a lot of people gatekeep this and that. Oh, for example, when I used to wear Carhartt and this and that, so many people would be like, oh, why you wearing Carhartt? You ain't no labor or this or that. I'm just, for example, that was just something that was popping in my head. Or my job. there are people that actually do work only days. There are people that only do work night. But then I got on one of the jobs that need days and nights, and then they'll do a switch shift, which is it's all good, it's all fun and stuff. But then there's people. I hear people when I'm in the lunchroom and shit during the day. They'll be like, "Man, I'm so tired," and all this and that. Then the same as when I'm on nights. I hear the people that are all only on nights, and they talk about, "Man, I'm so tired." I ain't even trying to be funny, but I'm tired too. Then they're like, "Oh man, you don't know how it is to be only nights, and you're so tired all the time." I ain't even trying to be a dickhead. I'm not trying to gatekeep saying, "Oh, you don't know how the fuck it is," but this swing shift shit sucks. Way worse than being on one crew. I've had plenty of different jobs in my life. This job right here is just one of the most hectic jobs that I could honestly sit here and say something about. The fact that people are more relaxed when I work night, because there aren't as many big people, if there are any big people. I'm talking about as company owners and shit like that. They don't come in at night. They might be there the first hour or so to give you that morning or that first speech, like that warm-up speech or something, or just the overall telling you what's wrong with the machines and this and that, what you need to do, what you have to prepare for, what you're about to get into and shit. That's fine. I understand those, but then as soon as they get done with the speech, they're gone. You no longer see them, no matter what you want to say. The day shift works harder, and the night shift works harder. I'm not going to sit here and talk shit about night shift, but from working both shifts, I will say night shift gets a lot more done. It seems like because they don't have as big of a, what do you call that? They don't have as much stress on them, so they just go in, do what they gotta do, and not worry about whatever the fuck has to be this or that. They don't, not 98% of the fucking time they're in the fucking office just because all you fucked around and did this and that. And that's the only reason I would seriously say that night shift is better. Because if you fuck around with some friends and stuff on day shift, you're probably going to end up in the fucking office. You're probably going to end up in the fucking office doing God knows what. And you're probably going to sit there and be like, bro, I do this same shit on night. Because there'll be times that I like on nights, me and my buddies, we all fuck around, but we get our job done. We do what we have to do. And then as soon as we get our job done, we just go, that's when we go fuck around. But on day shift, if you get caught fucking around, you're more than likely going to get rode up, or you're going to be in the office for some reason because, oh, you're not at your station or this or that. My job was done. What do you mean? I'm good with time and everything. I know my job at this point. I know what to look forward to or what I have to do or this or that whenever I get into this fucking job. And you're still going to sit here and tell me that I'm fucking around too much? Yes, I might be, but at the same time, my job is getting done. But during the daytime, it's a lot of the shit don't get done during the daytime. It should be because of the bigger office people. They want to micromanage every little tiny thing that you do when you're on day shift and everything. And I like, it's whatever. But hell, on night shift, they're so much more lenient on everything. And there are those people that just do fuck around and slack around and don't do and those people, I will say, need somewhat of a talking to and saying, hey, you need to do something to at least get your job done, then you can fuck around. But some people don't even look at it like that. They look at it like, I can just fuck around and do what the fuck ever, and I'm not even going to get in trouble for it. I might not get in trouble for it. You might keep the job for the longest time, but you're one of the people that don't get their shit done, if I'm being honest. But at the same time, I do say, hey, don't ever give your 100% in a job, I guess you can say. I will say give all you can, but at the same time, I've learned, at least for myself, right at the beginning, don't give your 100% if you can, unless you really need to. Because learn the job as much as you can, fast as you can, do what you want. But I don't know, that's just what I've learned though. You do what you want to do. And I'm not trying to sit here and talk or tell people how to do their job or this or that. I'm just saying, from what I've learned, when you try to go above and beyond on your first fucking day or your first even month in that job, they put you to that expectations every time. And there will be some days that you just genuinely do not feel good enough to do this or that. And a lot of jobs just do not give a fuck. They're like, you was able to do this for 6 weeks straight. Why can't you do it today? One day out of 6 fucking weeks, you decide not to. You just can't do it as fast as you normally do. or you can't put as much numbers out as you normally do, and then you're the bad guy now all of a sudden. But I don't know. I will say this though, gatekeepers, people that gatekeep shit just in general, even it doesn't matter even if it's like what I was talking about, CapCut, or if it's your favorite pizza place, if it is Little Caesars, I don't know, fucking Papa John's, or some damn little fucking rinky-dink mom and pop shop down the road here. Instead of saying, oh, you shouldn't be telling people this and that, because now everybody's going to be want to go to it. It's like those people that, I don't know, it's like those people that want to say you have, when people do the Fortnite skins, for example, I don't know if anybody knows what I'm talking about. The people do Fortnite skins and they'll say, oh, this skin's being used the least at the moment. But then people will say Kratos, for example, or the skin I'm using, or so on and so forth, any skin, they'll be like, oh, this skin right now is being used the least out of every skin in the game. So then anybody that has that skin is probably going to hop up and click on that skin and start using it, because they're going to feel like, oh, I'm fucking special. I'm one of the very few that are using it, but then everybody's using it, and then, or you're going to be one of the people that, or you're just going to be one of those people in the comments saying, well, I use that skin every day. Why are you telling everybody about that skin? That is hardly being used. Now everybody's just going to be running around like a chicken with their head cut off, using that skin. I don't want to be the same skin as everybody. Or why you tell people about the mom and pop shop, the mom and pop pizza place. Now everybody's going to go to that pizza place, and I've been going to that pizza place for years, and it's one of my favorite pizza places. But now, since you've told everybody it's not going to be as good as it once was, or this or that, no, it's still going to be as good as it's ever been. Why are you trying to make sure that nobody goes to this shop for some reason? Because that's helping more business get to that shop. And I don't know. You're sitting there trying to get people. I'm playing with my fucking leg right now. But I don't know. You're sitting there talking shit and trying to get people to not do this or that. I'm gonna use, I said, Carhartt. There's been people. I had a Carhartt jacket a long time ago, and when I would wear that, at the time, it was given to me by the fire station that I was in. And I would use that on cold fucking days. And I kept that damn jacket even after I was out of the fire department. And then people would be like, oh, what kind of job you do? And then I'll tell them, oh, I just work in a factory or this or that. And they don't be like, oh, you don't do no construction job or no mason job or welding job. Well, I used to weld mason and shit, but I don't at the moment. I can weld, I can mason, I can do this, I can do that, but I'm not doing that at the very moment. And then they're like, oh, so you're a poser and this and that. I'm like, what the fuck you mean? They're like, oh, you're acting like you're somebody that you're not. And it's the same as somebody that's wearing, it's the same as, it's just a fucking jacket, first off. And then second off, you're fussing at me. If you do want to count that jacket as something, telling people, oh, he does, if a badge or some shit, if you want to count it as a badge or some shit, for example, the badge is not going to, it's the same as if somebody was once in the military or army or Marines or something, and then they're going, and then you're telling them, oh, you can't wear that no more, you're a poser, you can't wear that jacket no more, your Marine jacket or this or that, because you're not on duty anymore and this and that. I did my time, I did my service. If you do want to look at the Carhartt jacket like that. But the thing is, long story short, I want you to know it like this. There's going to be people that are going to jump on fads every day. If you're for example, like an emo guy, or this or that, or, hey, I wear just hoodies all the damn time. And you're one of those people that wears hoodies all the time, even in the fucking summer. Or, I can't think of something right now. It's like a certain video game. Right now, whatever the biggest game is at right now, say if that's your main favorite game right now. For example, I've been watching Tim the Tap Man. He's been playing Overwatch a lot lately. And people are saying, oh, what are you jumping on this game for? And I've noticed since he has hopped back on Overwatch, even the numbers for the game has even went back up. And then there's people that are like, oh, why are so many people jumping over to Overwatch and all this and that? It's stupid, blah. They don't need to be playing the game if they're not a full-time player and blah. But if you're a true fan, you're going to sit there and stay on that game, ain't you? The fad is going to be over within a couple weeks. There was a fad of everybody talking about shit about Mr. Beast for a couple weeks. The fad has went down. There was a fad of the Stanley Cups, and they're still big as hell, but there was the working class and all this that used the big thermos ones, and they were like, why are all these people all of a sudden going to Stanley? And I've been using Stanley for years. Well, Stanley just had a fad. Within a couple months, maybe a year down the road, a couple years down the road, it's going to be done. And if those that are truly fans of that product are going to probably stay. If they're truly fucking fans of it, they're going to stay. They're not going to stay. It's like people with the AirPods. And if you're really a fan of iPhone or AirPods or this or that, you're a fan of it. And I will say the iPhone people are some diehard fans for that iPhone. But I will also say people that are that just buy the phone for having the phone. Because when the iPhone first came out, so many people first bought it. It was a big fad to have it. And then people that didn't like it, they went away from it. So those that do like it, they stayed. It's the same. It gives more business to the company and all this and that. Why the fuck? And long story short, if a new song pops off, if, say, for example, I've been a fan of fucking MGK, and MGK made a damn song that went fucking viral, and people that's never fucking listened to MGK before loves this song in particular. This song is only going to be here for a little while. Oh, it's going to be here for as long as it's going to be here, but what I'm getting at is the fad of this song will die off because more people, there'll be another song that comes out, people would just forget about that song, or if they don't forget about it, they're just going to say, screw it, and go on to the next song. Same as anything else that's out there. People just follow the trend. Gatekeeping is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard of, in my opinion. And people do it so much. But if y'all have any examples of gatekeeping, people that try to say you're a poser or this or that, or a person that actually wants to, I don't know, if you're one of the people that actually has a thing that you feel like that you gatekeep, and people genuinely don't understand and you feel like it needs more room, or if you feel like there's something that you think that needs to be more spread, put it down in the comments. Or if you feel like you just don't want to know about something, I do understand, because there are a few things that some people genuinely don't want people to know about this, because there was for a little while that was some medicine that helped pregnant people stop having badass reflex, and it didn't harm the baby. But the side with this medicine, it really helped even people without a baby, and it just kept flying off the fucking shelves, and people with babies couldn't buy it because they were like, bro, because as soon as it went viral, it fucking went away, or everything in stores just got sold out. But I want to say, like I said, if there's anything that you have if you agree with anything I've said, awesome. Let me know what was your favorite part in the comments, and if you did like the video, please leave a like on the video, and if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, and if you didn't like this, I do understand. Tell me what you didn't like in the comments. Just hopefully you don't go fucking description batshit crazy, because I just delete fucking comments, or I block that shit so that people like, you ain't gotta watch my shit if you don't like me that damn bad. Just block me. That's all I got to say. And I say thank y'all for watching, if you have watched this far. And do what you got to do when you really want to do it. Have fun with your life when you can. I'll see y'all next time.